Scorpio, welcome into your reading. This is your spooky season tarot reading. So today we are going to summon up and connect with your spirit guide in lieu of Halloween, Day of the Dead, Samhain, whatever it is that you believe in. So we're taking advantage of this time where the veil is thin and it is a little easier to communicate with the other side. Although for Scorpio, I don't think it's very hard for you to communicate with the other side just in general. But we're having a little fun here today. So we're going to see or meet your spirit guide that's coming through in the form of a tarot card. And then we'll go into looking at what your current situation is and how spirit is helping you through this situation and what they would like you to focus on to help yourself. Then we'll go and get a little message from spirit and pull some oracle cards for the Samhain Halloween season. Maybe if you're interested in doing a little witchcraft or intention work, we'll see what this oracle brings out for you. All right, let's get started. Scorpio, please. Oh, I was going to say which spirit is coming through for you today. Now, I've been pulling one card for each sign, except the previous sign, which was Libra, 2 cards came out. Now 3 cards come out for you. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try my best to be quick with it because I don't want it to go too long. 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands. Okay, so these cards here are representative of your guide or guides. So typically, one card would come out, I would get a whole bunch of energy and channel messages from this one card to help you distinguish and connect with your spirit guide. But in this case, 3 have come out. I'm trying to feel whether these are different guides, like a spirit team, or this one guide is trying to tell you many things. First and foremost, or a few things, right, are coming through. But first I want to talk about this guide is, there's no gender to it. Okay, so it's genderless. And it can come in the form of human, but it's not. And it's like, it can shapeshift. It's a shapeshifter. Okay, it can come in a form of a human where it can insert itself into a human being, and communicate with you in that way. But it could also insert itself into other things as well. Okay. I also think that you, whatever Scorpio I'm picking up on today, are able to navigate really confusing, challenging energies. And I think that that's one of your strengths. That's one of your gifts. And this guide is all about it. Like, that's their specialty, right? The confusion, the chaos. I'm getting hallucination and also like mind bending or light bending or reality changing. Like, there's just so many different dimensional frequency changes coming through that are like, you can be here, you can be there, you can be anywhere. And maybe you've worked intentionally. I'm getting for some of you, you've intentionally worked on creating this power. And maybe you have a power to shape shift and mind bend. I don't even know what mind bend means. Is that even a thing? But mind bend is coming through. So you have cultivated this power for yourself, but I don't know if you've already met this guide who helps you through it. Okay, there is an energy that helps you through that. You also have the 9 of Wands. Animals are coming through, the wild nature, like National Geographic stuff. But Like maybe you watch some of that or you live in these types of areas. Um oh, okay. No, this is more of astral projection. Yeah, this okay, okay. So you purposely do some of this stuff, which is great. Going into other parts of the world or universe or whatever, working on I would say cultivating, but like strengthening your gifts of being the shapeshifter and your ability to see different planes, different fields of realities. They reside in, yeah, like I said, they reside in the chaos and the confusion. They confuse themselves. Like it's the intention that the spirit guide has is to confuse and I don't know, it's like this simultaneous, like maybe you have this ability to confuse, but they also confuse you. And so it's like testing. I'm getting like they test your ability to get yourself out of these weird situations. And whether this is like reality situations or energetic situations, um, you may think to yourself, like, why do I put myself in these situations? I don't think it's always you putting yourself in these situations. I think that there is also a blend of this spirit guide messing around. But because you're good for it, I think that that's why they do it. But it is a test. It's definitely a test to see if you're capable of acknowledging what's happening and of getting yourself out. Okay. Yeah. Let's go and see what your current situation is. Current situation for the Scorpio, please. This spirit guide also wants to help you get out of these situations, like I said, by using your intelligence and also like the confidence that you have in yourself. There's something about your confidence and like knowing that you can get out or you can do anything you want or be anything you want, have anything you want. But it's very protective. There's no one that can handle a guide like this. Like it's very protective of you. You know, like you're its person, you know. You and them have been able to build this way of interacting, this dynamic, these things that happen. Like it's comfortable with you. It doesn't want to leave you. It doesn't want anyone else. It wants you and only you, and that's why it's very protective. I've been getting the Two of Pentacles for a lot of signs in these spooky season readings. So I don't know, there's something about decisions coming up for all of us during this season. Okay. So you have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups, along with the Star and the Two of Pentacles. What are you looking up for? What's up there? You want to elevate, that's for sure. You want to elevate not just your emotions. I think that you've already worked on your emotions. I think you want to elevate spiritually, energetically, for some of you materially. You want more. You want to increase your power. You've already like accomplished certain things that you're ready for the next step. You're ready to ascend. I'm getting a vision. I don't know if I'm like currently astral projecting or but I'm going into like a situation of somebody walking down a street at night and being followed. And then like finding a way inside somewhere. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know if this person follows you at night, but just be careful. And yeah, there's something about like protection that you need to carry with yourself, okay? Like on yourself as you are outside, like out there. I don't know what this means or why it's coming through like that, but it is a situation that I just saw in my mind's eye, I guess. It's making me feel like you're pushing yourself, you're pushing the envelope, you're pushing your you're pushing the universe. Like I said, that this spirit guide tests you. I think that you're testing the universe. Like you may be putting yourself in dangerous situations to see how much you can get away with, or to see how powerful you are, to prove to yourself or to something that you are untouchable, or that you are like you're the predator. But I just wouldn't play around like that. I mean, maybe I would in my old days, but like, why would you want to play around like that? Like putting yourself in dangerous situations for what? You're being destructive. There's a high level of confidence with you right now, and that's fine. But when you get too confident, I mean, you know what happens. Anyway, coming back. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're here. There's something that you want. Okay, you're working at it. You're working toward it. You want the sun and the moon, and the stars along with it. Like, you want it all, and that's fine. That's beautiful. That's great. It's about your decision making and doing what's right, emotionally. Okay, we can't forget about the emotions of the Scorpio and how you feel and how these things make you feel. I do think that you're on a high. Okay, I think you're on a high right now, and that's fine. I just want you to be careful, because when you spend and exert too much energy in the high, you can fall really hard. So I don't know if this spirit guide is enabling you, or if they're trying to help you. I can't say in full confidence that the spirit that you're working with, or that's around you and hovering over you, really has this like loving, nurturing, yes, they're protective, but they're protective in a way that they don't want to lose you, because you're so perfect for their ways of being. We think of spirit guides and we're like, oh, they're so great, and they're holy and they're pure and all the things, and then and a lot of it is, but just as there is light, there is also dark, and there's everything in the middle. Okay, just the way nature is created, this is also a form of nature. Like, we cannot take for granted that sometimes the things that are working with us are not very pure and all completely light. Okay, we have to remember that there's a spectrum, and within that spectrum, there's a middle ground. So whatever this is, it feeds the danger, it feeds the edge, okay, that you are feeling right now. It's feeding the ego as well. And it could be impacting the decisions that you're making on top of that. Okay, now I'm also getting to where this is good, right? Like, it's not bad. Like, what your situation that you're going through, beautiful, right? You have the star, your heart is in the right place with the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and you're going for the life that you want, and you're trying to make the best decisions about this life and all of that. And I love that. And you are you're thinking to yourself like, okay, I am in the best state that I can be. I'm confident enough to do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, beautiful. Just be careful with getting caught up into something. And I don't know if this is like me warning you, or if you're already caught up in something, but there's a lot of confusion that can be happening at this time, or illusion or delusion or something like that. All right. What does Spirit want you to work on or focus on? What does Spirit want you to focus on? What does this Spirit guide want you to focus on right now that's best for you in this situation? Nine of Pentacles. Focus on your money. Focus on your bag. Focus on the things that you want, the life that you want to create. That's exactly what you need to be focused on, which I feel like you are. And loss and lack, fear, victimization. Okay, I'm also getting another type of warning. So if you feel like there's a threat, a potential threat happening with your money or your job, or, you know, something like that, like you need to take that seriously. Even if it's not happening, even if it's just hearsay or a gut feeling, you know, just maybe a random thought you got one day and you don't know why you got that thought. And so now it's like, okay, pay attention to why you're feeling like your money is threatened, or your sense of security and individuality, your sense of like your ability to do for yourself and to provide for yourself could be threatened here in some way. And this Spirit wants you to focus on that. It's almost like it wants you to focus on you. And so, how can I say? Like there's something about your environment, the people you're hanging out with, the people that you live with, or something like that, that it doesn't want you to provide for them, or it doesn't want you to lose track or lose sight of you taking care of yourself. Like I said, this feels very like just extremely focused on you and only you. Like doesn't like anything or anyone else around you. Okay? So it doesn't want you to lose your independence. It wants you to focus on the places that you feel are lacking, the places that you feel could do better around your life. So it doesn't have to just be money, but it could be like if you're, I don't know, if you're lacking in relationships or you're lacking in health, like wherever the ball is dropping, okay, wherever the low hanging fruit is, that's what it wants you to focus on and fix and bring back to a Nine of Pentacles state of being. Okay. How is it helping you do this? Healing. It's helping you do this by healing, but for some of you, it's helping you do this by hurting. Which means it's like steering you in a direction of like a little bit of selfishness to where you're not going to do or be there for others. Yeah. Some of you may let go of a relationship dynamic for the sake of making sure that you stay independent and that your money and your livelihood is not threatened. And it's helping you have some of these conversations, and it's also making you hermit and detach and go quiet, go silent, or just get away and go MIA for a bit. To reflect, okay, to reflect on whatever it is that you've been through so far. But also to make sure that you stay focused and grounded on what it is that you're working on here. There's this weird thing of like, you want so much and you're working on all of those things, but at the same time, there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain. And you need to let go of something that that you care about and it's going to hurt. But it's for the sake of growth. You'll learn from this event. You'll learn from this situation. It's going to make you harder and tougher. Okay. But I think that, and when that happens, your heart will only have room for the star. Okay. You're holding space for what it is that is really important, that really matters, and letting go of the things that hurt you before. And you're coming back into your strength and into your power again. And that's why this guide really wants you to just focus on you and not the external right now. And it may feel like you're guilty because you have loved ones, you have family, you have children, you have spouses, and you don't want to not focus on them. But something has happened that you need to heal from, and it's threatening your livelihood. And so it's like you need to take a step back, heal from this, but at the same time, make space in your heart and in your soul for the things that really matter and that you really love, or to make room to love. For some of you, it's making room to love again by healing something that happened before. Okay. And this guide is like, oh no, we're not doing this stuff. Okay. We're getting rid of all of this baggage. Enough with that. This guide loves you too much to see you continue to focus on this hurt and this pain and these previous situations. It just wants you to stay high and in your heart here. If that makes sense. Okay. So if this guide had anything to tell you, what would it be? Doesn't have to be about this reading, but it can. Let's see. What's the message from the spirit guide, from Scorpio spirit guide? Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, this is a start, with this loss, with this transition. You're making space for the new, for the good, getting out of this confusing energy, doing away with the past. Divine masculine. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. This spirit guide, I said in the beginning, has no gender. Okay. But whether you're male or female, the energy of the masculine is what they want to focus on with you as far as the message that they want to give you. I think that the message they want to give you is that it's time for you to accept that you're going into a new stage of life, and it's okay to do that without feeling guilty of what you're leaving behind, and you're protected. With the divine masculine energy, that is to me protective energy. And we already have the Nine of Wands that I was getting protective vibes from. This could come in the form of a masculine person as well, okay? Like coming through to protect you. So if you're a woman, you know, that is able to make room for a masculine coming into your life, that's a probability. But either way, male or female, the essence of protection, and you're supported, and the universe is holding you and holding space for you to support you throughout this way is there. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to feel like you're alone, or feel like you don't know what you're doing or why it's happening or whatever. Like, just imagine you being able to feel protected during these moments where you feel a little vulnerable, fragile, alone, and hurt. And then also, if you have a divine masculine in your life, trust this person, look toward this person. I'm not saying like a toxic man. No, I'm not saying a man that is not present in your life and literally being in your life. No, I'm talking about a real divine masculine, right? Person who is devoted, is trustworthy, is honest, is loving, is supportive. Okay. This person is in your life for a reason. There's a higher purpose for them in your life, right? Turn to them. Just the way they support you, support them, you know. They have a lot to offer. They have a lot to give. They have a lot of wisdom, insight. And I think that you can definitely lean on them. Okay, so let's go and just see what the oracles have to say. This one is the Oracle of the Witch for this Halloween, Day of the Dead, Samhain season. For the Scorpio, please. Ooh, the old ones. Honoring. Yeah, I'm getting like just straight up wisdom here. In this day, on this day, October 31st, the days leading up, the days after, if you are blessed to communicate with your elders in your family, or if your elders have passed and you want to communicate with them, they're ready. They're excited. They would love to hear from you. They would be so happy, whether they're dead or alive, to feel your presence, to hear your calling, even if it's just to say, I love you, I miss you, I'm thinking about you, right? Like, they're there. They're part of your team. They're part of your spirit team. Rooted. May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. Don't forget about the earth and the power and the magic that the dirt, the ground has, the life that forms and is rooted underneath the ground and is able to come up out of it. Like, there's something about not taking that for granted. Okay, I'm getting cemetery as well. Like, if you want to visit the cemetery during this time, even if you don't have loved ones that are buried, like, just going there to regain this spiritual strength. And I don't know, there's something about feeling supported at a cemetery. So that's something for some of you there if you wanted to do that. But otherwise, maybe walking barefoot outside, spending some time outside Halloween night, something like that, touching the ground, being grateful, thanking the earth, thanking the universe. Yeah, these are all different things that you can do at this time. All right, Scorpio, well, this is your spooky season reading. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and have a wonderful, fun Day of the Dead, Halloween, Samhain day or days. Yeah, and so we'll see you on the next one. Bye.